They'll fight on the beaches, but not quite like anyone else. The people of Odesa have long prided themselves on being just a little bit different. A city-state, if you like, with ties to everyone and no one. But the Russian threat, its warships squatting somewhere off the coast in the Black Sea, is forcing lines long left deliberately blurred in Odesa to harden and take shape. Andrey Palchevskiy is a qualified master mariner. He returned from a job at sea as soon as news of the invasion reached him.
Because if everybody will run, or if everybody will hide, there wouldn't be Ukraine maybe a few weeks ago already.
37 years old, born and raised in Odesa, Palchevskiy says he saw himself as Russian for most of his life.
I wasn't born there, but I grown up, and my parents always told me, you're Russian, and I didn't even connected myself with Ukraine, to be honest.
That started to change in 2014, when Russia annexed Crimea in the wake of the Maidan uprising, when Ukrainians rejected closer ties with Moscow. Russia's latest invasion, he says, has sealed his conversion.
It's like your father betrayed you, you know, that you never expected. Actually, it would be much easier if you invaded us or USA, because we were told that you are the enemies all our lives.
A comedy club in Odesa where the acts start early because of the curfew, streets empty by 9 p.m. Humor looms large in Odesa's identity. It even hosts an annual Humorina festival on April Fool's Day, cancelled this year because of the war.
We know that we will win.
Yaroslav Tidorienko, Nikita Trandavilov and Dima Kovtin are comics and writing partners. They stopped at the start of the invasion in shock, like the rest of the country, and worried.
My father is military. I'm afraid for him. I'm not scared. I'm afraid for him.
But they soon started writing jokes again, saying it's more important than ever now. The Russian President, Vladimir Putin, an obvious target.
I think we must do that. He is our enemy, I think. Not only ours, all our country. I think he is enemy of his country.
Yeah, it's like therapy.
Odesa's laid-back nature, its ability to poke fun at itself and others, comes in part from its long history as a commercial port city, giving it a cosmopolitan vibe, Jewish and Russian humor part of the mix. The comics, who like most Odessans are native Russian speakers, scoff at Moscow's claim that it's acting to protect them.
We speak in Russian, and it's not a problem in our country.
The threat to their lives and freedoms, they say, is coming from Putin and Putin alone. Russian attacks on the Black Sea city have increased in recent weeks with deadly effect. But Odessans have been building the city's armor ever since the invasion began back in February, dressing it for war, all those sandbags from the beach put to good use. They're not letting their military bands get rusty either, bringing them out for ceremonies big and small, whether there's an audience or not. At the top of the famous Potemkin Steps, the monument to an 18th century governor is completely entombed, while the Russian Empress Catherine the Great has been left exposed to whatever comes next. A fitting metaphor, perhaps, for the city's shifting allegiances.
We have a great number of people with Soviet identity. They think that Soviet times were the best.
Philosopher Oksana Dovgopolova says Putin's war is backfiring if he'd hoped Odesa would embrace it.
Some of our political leaders, whom we understood absolutely as pro-Russian, now they said, we fight for our freedom.
Dovka Polova accuses Putin of trying to rewrite Odessa's history as a mirror of his own delusions.
They said its empire came and they created the city now. It is a site with a deep history.
This year's Humarina Festival may have been cancelled, but there have been impromptu concerts like this one. Tugging at heartstrings as the conflict grows closer to the city known as Odesa Mama. Natalia Kravtsova is worried for her. Because Odesa Mama shelters everyone, hugs everyone, she says. We have a very international city and welcome people no matter what language they speak. When it comes to Russia, though, Mama Odessa may well be hardening her heart. Master mariner Andrey Palchevskiy says his eldest son used to insist he was Russian, like his grandfather.
And now he hates them.
That's what Vladimir Putin's quest for a new Russian empire has won him in Odessa. Hatred, not only from the current generation, but the next one too. Margaret Evans, CBC News, Odessa.